witches and wizards, this is Professor Rowan. I'm coming to you from the beautiful Rocky Mountain National Park. I know that our brilliant event starts today, but I'm not going to be able to participate. These Nomaj cellular telephone devices don't work in the mountains, which is just frustrating. But I did want to talk to you about some things that I had learned. Some of my research wizard friends have found out that the fourth task is going to be different than we had anticipated. One moment. It seems to be very focused on participating in fortress battles. So I would suggest, if you would like, to hold on to your runestones for this, your brilliant runestones, until the fortress battle portion of part 4. Or, you know, if you have a lot of other runestones, you can use those at that time as well. I did, however, want to specifically talk to us today about hard to find foundables. I'm sure you've noticed that when you're going through your registry, there are some foundables that are marked as high or severe, and then there are some that aren't even marked at all. Perhaps you really want to prestige a particular page, but you cannot find anywhere a couple particular foundables. Well, here's to let you know that there are some foundables that are only available in the fortresses. Again, this might be useful for part 4. The foundables that are only available in the fortresses show up in your registry as not having a type at all. Instead of saying severe, for example, it will just say nothing. Remember, in order to get the particular type of foundable you need to use the corresponding runestone. So if you want a Magizoology item, you need to use a Magizoology runestone. Every registry type has at least one foundable that is only available in fortresses. There are several that have more than one, but none of them have more than 3. From the recent update, the fortress-only available foundables are going to be more prevalent. However, from anywhere between levels 2 through 20, they're still not that often in level 1, and they do seem to be about a 50-50 shot. If a foundable is showing it as unknown foundable within your registry, then you can't tell for certain if it's going to be something that you can find out in the wilderness like this, or if you would have to find it in a fortress. There is a list of ones that are only available in the fortresses in the links below. Also remember, if you're looking for rare foundables that can be found in the wild but you're not able to find them anywhere, there's a possibility that you can find them in your port keys. The 10K port keys are the ones with your best bets. However, if you're not looking for anything or at a high emergency severe rating, you can still find rare ones in your standard 2K and 5K port keys. There are some rare foundables that we have found to be region only. For instance, there hasn't been many sightings of the horned serpents in the southwestern areas of the United States, deserty type environments. So you may have to travel to get those, or hopefully they will be available for particular events. I've always loved coming to Rocky Mountain National Park. When I was a child, I was amazed at the number of trees that were here because I come from Nebraska. There's not nearly as many trees there, and so many of them are wand quality wood. However, now as an adult when I come here, I'm amazed at something completely different. I'm surprised that these trees grow in this soil. It's all so rocky. Well, it's the Rocky Mountains, what do you expect? But everything is growing out of bare stone. It's just amazing to me. Though there is something that saddens me quite a bit. I'm sure you're going to notice in the shots I'm going to include that it's not as green as one would expect. That's because there's a pine beetle that is decimating the tree population, the pine tree population in this area. So when you look and you expect to see nothing but green pine trees, you're going to see a lot of gray. Unfortunately, the Forest Reserve has stated that there's nothing they can really do for it except spray for pesticides in certain areas. The park is far too large for them to be able to do anything permanent about it. It is caused by climate change, so there is very little that we can do at this time. However, I suggest enjoying the forests while we still have them. Okay, witches and wizards, that's a lot of tips and tricks on how to find those rare foundables. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Also, liking and subscribing really do help us out. And remember, keep your eyes peeled, your ears open, and your wands ready.